Hey, it's J.O.E. Big Joe behind the camera with the quirky kid from Queens coming at you like Cleopatra through the power of the internet to bring you this video on YouTube this snowy Tuesday afternoon, which happens to be March 14th, which in the math world is National Pi Day because pi is 3.14. So before I move on to do my video, just wanted to wish everybody a happy National Pi Day. And this video that I'm doing here is my favorite 10 WrestleMania matches of all time. No particular order. I wrote them down in an order, but I will give them to you in whatever order I feel like. Why? Because I can. Why? Because it's my video. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Number one on the list, I'd have to go with Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Rowdy Piper and Paul Orndorff from the first WrestleMania, March 31st, 1985. Number two has to be Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat from WrestleMania 3. Why? Because it was just a great technical matchup between the two. And that's really all you can say about that, and it kept you glued to the TV while watching that match. If you're too young to have seen that match, go back, YouTube it, Google it, whatever. Number three on the list also comes from WrestleMania 3. It's Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. As Gorilla Monsoon, the announcer of the pay-per-view, said it was the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Number four on the list, Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior. Title for title, heavyweight title for Intercontinental title. The winner walked away with both belts. It was great because you never saw two good guys, or in the wrestling business, baby faces, go back and forth for titles in a main event at a WrestleMania. It's usually good guy versus bad guy, but a great match nonetheless. And pay attention to the ending of this match. Just pay attention to what happens after the match is over, and you'll see why the ending of that match, it was as exciting as it wasn't really a good idea. Next one on the list, Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 5. The Mega Powers exploded the year before. They were the Mega Powers, and the Hulkster helped the Macho Man win the title in the finals of a title tournament. And, and they teamed up while Savage was heavyweight champion, and people thought they were going to be a tag team for a while, but that didn't happen. Next one on my list has to be Demolition versus the Powers of Pain and Mr. Fuji. It was Axe and Smash wrestling against the Powers of Pain, the Barbarian, the Warlord, and Demolition's old manager, Mr. Fuji, who had turned on them a couple of months prior. And if Demolition and Mr. Fuji won, they would have had to make a third tag belt, but check out the match and see what happens. Next one I got here on the list is Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 7. That match was great because in the time it was in the middle of, at that time the U.S. was involved in the Gulf War, so you had Hulk Hogan, the all-American hero in the WWF, against the Iraqi turncoat Sergeant Slaughter, and Hogan's going to get the title and bring it back to the U.S. and everything else. Again, another great match. That's from WrestleMania 7. Ultimate Warrior Randy Savage, also WrestleMania 7. And it was a retirement match. Whoever lost had to retire. So it's a great match because you saw back and forth action. Each person kick out of the other person's finishing move. The Gorilla Press Slam. The elbow off the top rope. Down the line. Next one I got on the list here is Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10, Madison Square Garden. For the Intercontinental title, Razor was the champion. Shawn had to forfeit the title, and they had both. Shawn was still walking around with the Intercontinental belt. Razor had his. They hung both of them from the ceiling of the Garden, and they did a ladder match, had to climb up, use the ladder, grab it. Ladder can be used as a weapon. Great, because it was one of the first times you guys had ever seen a ladder match on WWF WWE TV. And, just exciting, because you're like, oh crap, what are they going to do next? And the last one on this list that I have here is Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, the opening match of WrestleMania 10. And honestly, that was another great technical match between the Hart brothers. Even though I felt like it could have been closer to the end of the card, it was a great match to open the show. And that all started because at the Royal Rumble, Bret's knee went out and Owen turned on him, and Owen felt like Bret cost him the tag titles down the line. And, it's just a whole great storyline, which led up to a great technical match. So check it out. Check out all these matches that I've mentioned. And I'll see you when I see you. Have a great Pie Day and stay safe with the snow. Peace.